All right, Black Power, we in the house, family. We in the house. We in the house. Okay, this is the third video of the day. You understand the true meaning of the fall of man? And we got to understand that. This is in correlation with I don't usually when I do 3 video, they in correlation with one another. Okay? They're in correlation with one another. I started off with Imhotep, and again, that's all in correlation with the cosmos as the supreme deity. Come out of that and don't understand that all the anthropomorphic, when I say anthropomorphic, that means God in the image of a human being. You understand? But that is only a symbol that's really a veil to the reality that the cosmos is the true deity. Okay, and man see divinity in himself by connecting himself to the cosmos. If he's not connected to the cosmos, he's not divine. You understand? He's not divine. And so today we're going to be dealing with the fall of man, and just like I just went over the Adam and Eve's myth. Okay, we're about to go over the fall of man because people say man and man. No, we're not the man or the damn mankind. We the chose of the Almighty, the Most High. Most people think they talking about ain't no goddamn Jehovah. The Most High is the Son. Goddamn. When we say the Most High, we talking about the Son. Now, a lot of these stories are very similar in origin. You understand what I'm saying? And the fall of man is most profoundly revealed in a particular story. And once you understand that story, you understand the other stories that link them together. Okay, let me get the story, let me get the story up here. And that story is the story of Icarus. Let me get that up there. I love this story. Okay. Now, let me read this. Okay. And it'll bring, some quick clarity to what, and as I take you further down the road. You understand what I'm saying? As I take you further down the road. Icarus. Now, who is Icarus? Let me give y'all a picture of who Icarus is. Let me give y'all a picture of who Icarus is. Let me go start off throwing these blows so we can get straight to the point today. We don't want people to be, because we're talking about the fall of man and who this man is, who the man and who the God deity is. We deities in amnesia. You understand what I'm saying? Deities in amnesia. We got to wake up out of our goddamn slumber, but we've been pre-programmed against our divinity, so we don't know who the fuck we are. Wait a minute. So let me give y'all a quick, and then I'm gonna go over this story of Icarus. See, this is Icarus, okay? And see, when I break this down, you're gonna once I break the allegory down, then you're gonna see and the truth reveal itself right in front of your eyes. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of truth is held in allegory. You understand what I'm saying? The history book is the mystery book. But when you go into the goddamn allegories and mythology, you understand what I'm saying? In reality, it's a lot more truth in the damn mythology than it is in the history book. You see what I'm saying? And so, because people are heavily connected to mythology. Just like you niggas in Santa Claus. You understand what I'm saying? You can't give him up. He's more profound than Jesus in many aspects to these kids. God damn it. They don't want to hear nothing about no damn Jesus. All they want to know is you got them goddamn presents up under that damn tree. You ain't got them presents up under that goddamn tree. It's a problem. So that show you how the damn mythology got more power than any religion, any motherfucking, spirituality. And so, and so we understand that mythology is more connected to the people than any history, or you know what I'm saying? So a lot of truth is hid in mythology. And so we got to peel back the veil today on these Europeans and show truly what the fall of man actually means. And you see right here, you see this man in the act of falling. And so you're going to see this in reality when we talk about the fall of man. You're going to see the story of Icarus is the same as the fall of the devil. This fall of Saint Lucifer. Okay, the fallen angels. You see what I'm saying? How is it they got, all these motherfuckers got wings? And where they falling from? They falling from the heavens. You see what I'm saying? They falling from the heavens. And like I say, once we understand that God is the Son, we gonna understand clearly what all this means when we talk about the fall of man. Okay, the fall of man. And now let's wait a minute. Let's deal with this story of Icarus right quick. Let me come out of this and deal with this story of Icarus we just seen. In Greek mythology, Icarus, is the son of the master craftsman, Daedalus, in the creator of the labyrinth. Daedalus, the creator of the labyrinth. Icarus and his father attempt to escape from Crete by means of wings that his father constructed from feathers and wax. Okay. Icarus' father warns him first of complacency and then of hubris, asking that he fly neither too low or too high, so that the sea's dampness would not clog his wings, nor the sun's heat melt them. Icarus ignored his father's instructions not to fly too close to the sun. Woo! Do you hear that? Icarus ignored his father's instructions not to fly too close to the sun. When the wax in his wings melted, he tumbled out of the sky and fell into the sea, where he drowned, sparking the idiom, don't fly too close to the sun. Now, who the fuck would make up an idiom? Because that's a damn idiot. It says idiom, I-D-I-O-M, idiom. Don't fly too close to the sun. Well, whoever said that was a goddamn idiot. And the reality is, it speaks to the reality. In many instances, it's the same, it leads to the same ending as Adam and Eve. Okay, because it's both about the sun. Okay, now when it speaks that his father constructed wings made of feathers and wax, you got to understand that's the white man's culture. That's the Europeans' culture. You understand what I'm saying? And so when you see them, don't fly too close to the sun. You understand? Even though they use the sun in many of their semblance, it's never on the level that the Africans have it. Like when you look at Ra and you see the halo is not above the head. Ra is always in the primordial position, above everything. That's why it's called the Most High. You see what I'm saying? But with the halo, the sun was demoted. Everything about the sun and everything about the cosmos was demoted. You understand what I'm saying? Because they know in actuality, they can never practice it like the Africans. They go out there, they know the punishment is going to be instantaneously. See, that's going to be their fall, because he's telling them, don't fly too close to that goddamn sun. You understand what I'm saying? Number one. And then you can't even come too close to the water. You understand what I'm saying? That letting you know something too. You totally devoid of any natural substance. You understand what I'm saying? So when we look, and I'm gonna be talking about the greenery, you understand what I'm saying? They even in many instances, they have to eat that them GMOs and that unorganic shit because a lot of that natural food got much sun, you know, that chlorophyll, which is almost like melanin, is full of sun particles and the UV rays, and you understand what I'm saying? And you know, when they eat that shit, it also causes cancer inside the body. You understand what I'm saying? So that's, you know, one of the reasons why a lot of that shit is being biologically, you know, fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? My computer is on low. Let me get my cord right quick. I'm coming, y'all. All right, fam. I'm back. Let me put my cord in. So, you know what? That's why I was even, you know, I had to do to show y'all that much of Greek mythology is in the Bible. Motherfuckers talking that shit. All of that shit is the same. And niggas acting like God gave them some shit. And every one of them, and motherfucking Samson, it ain't nothing but Hercules. God damn, man. Y'all niggas can't put, you know what I'm saying? And so when you talking about the fallen angels and shit, that's Icarus. That's all that is. How the fuck you can put all that shit? If on this separate heart, it's hurting their motherfucking heart. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let me get my. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. We're in the house. Had to plug it up. You understand what I'm saying? So in that mythology, it shows you. And so when we talking about the wings, the wax wings and shit, that's when the motherfucker putting some fraudulent shit. That shit ain't gonna last forever. You understand what I'm saying? You crippled. You understand what I'm saying? Your culture is a hybrid culture. You understand what I'm saying? You got to live. You understand? You can't. You got to live in the shadows. And basically, what it's saying, you got to live in the shadows. Nigga, this is your lane. You cannot come out of your lane. So every time they try to come out of their lane, see when they took over many imperialistically taking over many African cultures. Bitch, you come out your lane. You came out your lane. You understand what I'm saying? You punished for that. Even though you're down there, you didn't kill me. It's a day that's going to run out. You understand what I'm saying? Your day coming. As a matter of fact, it's coming now. Because that's why when you go into those areas, you understand what I'm saying? You got the highest rates of you know, skin cancer, and that's the sun. Once you understand that's God, and that God withholds nothing, no righteousness from that, those that walk uprightly, then you understand that, you know, the sun and the act of them of the skin cancer is the fact that they do not walk uprightly, and that's in a moral sense, and it's also in a physical sense too. You understand what I'm saying? And so now we talking about the fall of man, and when we talking about the fall of man, we're also talking about global warming. You understand what I'm saying? Which was foretold by African ancestors. And the religious way of speaking of global warming is talking about the second coming of Christ. And people don't understand that Christ is not the white Serapis, is the actual sun. Hey, rule the sun. That's the second coming. And so the second coming, is, when we talk about that Jesus died on the cross, is not no wooden goddamn. It's the solar cross. And we're gonna deal with that. And we're about to get off into that real quickly and thoroughly as we do this. Let me get to this. I know it hurt. Pose to truth hurt. Truth goddamn hurt. And I can back every fucking thing up I'm saying. And at any point in time, it hurt too bad. then you go heal yourself, nigga. Go get you some goddamn Tylenol. Take them goddamn Tylenol. You understand? Whatever going, you know, some of you niggas might have to do something harder than that. You understand what I'm saying? Here we go. Now I had to some of this shit hit too hard. This hit too goddamn hard, Sarah Susan said. I'm gonna have to I had to come on. I take this on up. This all I'm gonna need. Let me take this on up. That hit too goddamn hard, Sarah Susan said. That's the kind of shit that say, no, this nigga can't be up here. We gotta get this nigga up out of here. Straight up. Okay. I got it here. Okay, here we go. Let me share my screen and let's get this work. Matter of fact, let me look on the chat, see how we doing out there. Let me go to the chat, see if niggas still alive out there. All right, we're in the house. Appreciate everybody for being, okay, we're in the house. How y'all doing out there? Okay, we're in the house. Okay, let me go to work. So y'all understand this when we talk about the fall of man now. Now we understand the fall of man and we understand who the man is. You understand? A man and a mankind. I ain't neither. Nigga, I'm deity, nigga. They say, what's your name, black man? They say deity. That's my goddamn name. Deity. All right. So we see right here, we see what is termed the fallen angels. And when they war with God in the heavens. You understand what I'm saying? They war with God. And we got to understand that God is who? Is the son. Matter of fact, I need that up. There you go. That's all I need is one. For the Lord God is a sun and a shield. We got to bring that up. And I don't even know what the other one that speak it all. I got another verb, but I ain't gonna go looking for that one right now. You understand what I'm saying? That's all the one I need right now. Okay? Let me go back. For the Lord God is a sun and a shield. Okay? Is a sun. For the Lord is a sun and a shield. The Lord will give grace and glory. No good thing will he withhold from them that walk uprightly. Physically, mentally, and spiritually. You understand what I'm saying? No good thing. So if you burn him, motherfucker, something then been withheld, nigga. He withholds something from your ass. What did he withhold? He withheld melanin. He withheld righteousness. He withheld that from you. You understand? In your shame and your disdain, you became an erratic creature on the planet. Everything that because you got to be connected. If you ain't got antenna and you know melanin is also an antenna. It's a conductor. Your hair is antenna. Your skin is antenna. You understand what I'm saying? You're talking back and forth with the cosmos. But if you ain't got the antenna, you know what you get? You get static, you get erratic sound and shit. If you got a goddamn TV without no damn antenna, all that motherfucker do it. That's all you gonna hear. You turn the radio on and you ain't got no goddamn antenna, you know what it's gonna sound like? It's gonna sound like you gonna hear erratic sound. And so the European Caucasian is an erratic creature on the planet right now. And that's what he talk about, withholding upright. No good thing will he withhold from them that walk uprightly. So if you don't have the melanin, if you don't have the blessings of the cosmos, it was withheld from you. And therefore you're not uprightly. Okay, we understand. We see him right here. He understands better than you do, nigga. Because he crowns the king, the sun king. He puts the crown right there, and that's the Caucasian, that's the blonde hair. We went all the way to the pure peckerwood, the blonde hair one. You understand? He crowned, knowing damn well if he take his ass out there on that beach right now today, he gonna punish his ass with life. He gonna give him life. You understand? Without parole. That's what he gonna give his ass. If you go out there, you will be sentenced with life without parole. Okay, so now we talking about when we look at this, when we understand the fall of the fallen angel. Okay, the fall of man. We got to understand that Icarus and the fallen angel, it's the same story. It leads to the, but if you got to have the prerequisite that God is the son, Icarus clearly gives that. And his father told his silly ass, don't you fly. Why? Because you have been withheld from that which is righteous. You was withheld the Africanness. You was withheld the melanin. You're not African. You that wasn't all you was withheld. You understand what I'm saying? But clearly, being in the solar system, the first key thing that the creator withheld was melanin. Okay? Non-Africanness. You see what I'm saying? And so, again, when you look at the allegory of who God is, and it says it was a war in heaven, and so that's all mythological story to hide the true fact that we discuss in the sun, and that the fallen angel, nonetheless, is Icarus. And when they came, when you flying too close to the sun, you coming on African soil, you coming in African domain. You understand? You didn't rule, you didn't imperialistically murder, and you didn't benefited, but that day is coming soon because our ancestors foretold of the second coming of Christ. Okay, Christ, not no Jesus. Once you understand that Jesus is the Son, and I went over that. Wait a minute. I went over that. Wait a minute. Let me do this. Let me do this. So I bring this on up. So for all my family, so they can see this. You understand what I'm saying? We understand the second coming of Christ. So when you understand, when you look in a church right there, you see that a monogram for Jesus Christ is what? I-8. It's the Son. Okay, I'm sick of this. And anytime you see Jesus, you see that Son. You see who the Most High is. You see who the Most High is. So once you understand that, that's the prerequisite of understanding what we talk about when we talk about the fall of man. So many times when you see the anthropomorphic head on the head is only a the true God that's behind. See, the Son is actually giving the illusion that the white man is divine. In reality, the Son is the God, okay? But he wants you to worship him as you should worship the Son. And you should worship the Son because you would not be here. And when I speak of the Son, I'm speaking of the total cosmos. Okay, the Son being the prolific representation of all life in our galaxy. So that particular aspect of the cosmos is one of the more profound and primordial what am I looking for? Images in the cosmos that we choose above all others. You understand what I'm saying? That we choose because we're connected to the sun. Okay, because that's what produces the melanin. You understand? So nothing else and other things in the universe have an effect on us nonetheless, but that particular entity, that particular body, the sun, which we know produces that divine liquid, which we call melanin, which we could not exist, because when European people look at the absence of melanin in their body and all the diseases, not just the skin cancer, but Parkinson's disease, you know what I'm saying? Failure in their eyesight, their bones, even their bone, that come from vitamin D. And when you have a lack of vitamin D, what happens, nigga? You get weak bones. You get weak bones, nigga. And so you get to bending over real early and shit. You get to age, and if you ain't got that melanin, you understand what I'm saying? The filter, that UV, nigga, that shit get to eating on your skin, nigga, and you get to looking like you're 200 when you're 20. You see what I'm saying? So we understanding that the sun is God. So when you look at even this, you see the wings behind the head. You see the two serpents up under his neck. See, they've stolen our divinity. They've hidden our divinity. And what happens is we no longer worship that which we should worship. Because in worshiping the sun, it clearly puts us on top. You understand what I'm saying? It reveals to us a lot of necessary cosmic medicine and cosmic direction. You know what I'm saying? Where we should be moving. You understand, as far as our spirituality and what direction when you point to the sun, nigga, you point to the place where we need to be going. You understand? That's just like a marker in the sky when certain people use certain stars and, you know, to get them to Asia, use certain stars. But when we talk about divinity, then we understand we point towards the sun, because that's what defines our divinity. When we go back to the sun, when we die, many people believe that heaven is the sun, that we go back to the sun. Okay, so we talking about again the fall of man and who that man is. You see right there, you see Hermes flying through the sky, and he should be just like Icarus, a cracker on his way to the ground, because he is not supposed to be. And that's the key thing about that. No European can be, no Caucasian can be chosen in a sun-centered religion. So that right there is your first strike. Anytime you see a Caucasian in solar divinity, anytime the sun is portrayed in a Europe, automatically a red flag should go. What is you doing? You know damn well you are the ice. You know what I'm saying? You worship fire and ice. You know, and fire because it's cold where you come from, and that ice because that's the true living God where you at. So we cannot look at, you know, through the same eyes and through the same description, through the same perception. You understand what I'm saying? We're two total different beings, but that's what we have been doing. We have not been looking through our ancestors' eyes, because if we did, we would have already pulled the veil back on them. So even when you look at this, you see the sun and you see Jesus inside. So the one next to it in the right, these is the same representation. One Helios, Apollo, coming up out of the Greek. Jesus ain't nothing but Serapis, Zeus Serapis. That's all that he is. And so in many instances, Christianity is nothing but the remix of Greek mythology. Okay, so as we move through this, when we talk about you see Jesus on the cross, you see right here, I put this for you so you can, it's not just no wood, it's the solar cross, foretelling of the death of the white race. Okay, the cross that they are nailed to is a solar cross. And Jesus in this instant represents a race, not an individual, a race, the occult meaning of the white Christ crucifixion. Okay, so again, when you see the vampire and that motherfucker, you put that cross on his ass and that bitch break down, it's not just no any in the hidden mysteries, it's a solar cross. It's not just any kind of cross. That's why I have to wake you up, because the sun divinity is the prerequisite to understanding the mysteries. That's what I learned. Even they'll tell you that if you go into Kabbalism, if you go into all them different mysteries, they'll let you know that the worship of the sun is primarily the basis of all the mysteries. So if you don't have a prerequisite that the cosmos is actually what's being worshipped, and that the images that you see is only allegory and illusions to hide the real information, you understand what I'm saying, behind the information, you understand, you will never know the truth. You understand what I'm saying? So that's really one of the mysteries. That is a prerequisite to the mystery, to understand that it's actually the cosmos that's being worshipped. So the cross that they always talked about being nailed to is not no wooden cross, it's the solar cross. So what they call in global warming, our ancestors had already foretold, because we've been on the planet for millions of years, and we know that this earth is moving through a cycle, and the sun is in itself is moving through a cycle. And so the sun cycle is something like 25,000 years. And so if you only been on the planet in a civilized state 1,000 years, you don't know the cycles of this cosmos. You don't know the cycles of this sun. So you just fabricating all these mythologies and shit, and people don't. But our ancestors who've been documented, yes, this planet will go in, in reality, Africa ain't never going into no goddamn ice age. But if you on the outskirts of the planet on the poles, then in them areas, it gets colder. It will be areas, on this planet during certain eras of the, through the sun's revolution, its revolution. The Earth has a revolution, but the sun also has a revolution. So you can't just judge the environment, the weather, and based on just the Earth's revolution. You got to also take in consideration the sun's revolution. And so as the sun moves on its cycle, you understand, it moves in certain areas where it becomes cold as fuck on this planet. It will become hot as fuck on this planet. Okay, and so what they call global warming was already foretold, and they know about it, because even if you go into the early 1900s, you will see them goddamn movies where they ass have to go underground. If you watch Time Machine, they'll call them troglodytes. If you watch the movie Time Machine, it show you where they went underground, split, became two different species, one pure white, the other one a damn beast who had to go up on the planet and feed off the African people. That's the reality. Go look at Time Machine. Go look at the one that came out by Steven Spielberg and look at what the white boy tell you. They went underground, split and the only people that was on the top of the damn planet was the Africans. And they was using the troglodyte motherfuckers to go up on the surface and get African people and take them back up underground. Go look it up. So if they've already been making movies where they had, you got these sun transition eyeglasses and all this shit. And I've even seen shows where they say they're going to have to wear that shiny shit on their bodies on this earth at some point in time. So the reality is they know what's about to happen because they know more about our studies than we know. Some of us do know what's going to happen. So this is what we're talking about when we're talking about the second coming of Christ. You got to understand that the Christ is the Son. Hey, Ru is the Christ, and the Christ is the S-U-N. And what they call in the second coming of Christ is the same as the return of the dragon. When the Orientals or the Naga Kushites say return of the dragon, you got to understand that the dragon is only a zoomorphic form of the sun. So when you look at the dragon over there in China, you'll always see the sun in front of the dragon. No less than when you go to ancient Egypt and you see the sun disk on the head of the serpent. That's the same concept. So when you say return of the dragon, when you say the second coming of Christ, when you say global warming, you are speaking about the same, coming epoch of reality that's coming in the near future, where it's going to be so goddamn hot on this damn planet to where the European is going to melt, go up under the goddamn ground, or be walking around with goddamn moon outfits on, you understand, to survive on this planet. So again, when you look here, wait a minute. It should be moving. I ain't got, okay. This is not, oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. It's moving. So you see right there. So when you're talking about the cross, you're talking of, it's a solar cross. Okay, but as you see, the earth is moving through the cross. The sun is also moving. The sun is not standing still. So the sun is also on a circumnavigational revolution. You understand what I'm saying? It's also revolving. You understand what I'm saying? On a circumnavigational revolution. You understand? It's also moving in a circle. Okay, everything in the universe is moving in a circumnavigational movement. If it got any type of energy, if it's a goddamn DVD player, if it's a goddamn record player, whatever it is, I guarantee you it's moving in the same circumnavigational movement of the universe. That's how you produce energy. Okay, and so the cross that they're talking about is a solar cross. And that cross, when it comes, it's going to be probably everywhere on the earth, it's going to be at least 100 degrees on average. Everywhere on the earth, it's going to be 100 degrees. And some are going to last, you know what I'm saying, 6-7 months. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be hot for the most part of the goddamn year. You understand? And in a reality like that, they're going to go up under the motherfucking ground. They're going to go up under the ground because they ain't going to be able to survive at that time. It's going to be hot damn near 7, 8, 9 months of the damn year. And it's going to be averaging probably 100 goddamn degrees every goddamn day. Okay? You're not going to be in. So that's global warming. That's the motherfucking second coming of Christ. That's the return of the dragon. Okay? So when you take the, you know, you take all the other and you pull the, you see that the equinoxes and the solstices, when you take the other zodiac information and look to the right, you see that's the cross. That's the cross that they putting on the vampire. See what I'm saying? We got to get real. That's the cross that they putting on the vampire. See, we're not pulling the veil back. We're not pulling the veil back. So the Passover to what? Then you know what I'm saying? So when we talk about the Passover, you understand what I'm saying? It's the sun passing over the equinoxes. So they worship the sun. You understand? When we talk about Easter, you understand what I'm saying? Passover to what? You understand what I'm saying? When the sun passes over the equinox. So everything, even most of the holidays is based on cosmological bodies, the location of cosmological bodies at a certain time of the year. You understand what I'm saying? So if Easter was about a man, why does the date change every year? See, we don't understand that a lot of it is and so again, that's what happens when you worship the allegory and you don't look at the cosmological reality behind the allegory. You understand what I'm saying? So he knows that, you know, what he has done to African people because African people told him. You understand? You got us right now, but we will return back to the throne. Okay, and when we get back on the throne this time, bitch, we'll never lose it again. We'll never lose it again. Because, matter of fact, the great creator is going to eradicate his wrongs. You understand what I'm saying? It was wrong for them because they knew, you know, and based on reality that without the necessary, you know, melanin, the Africanness, the hair, the spiritual orientation of African people, you live in an erratic life. You understand? Which brings you to murder your brother. Hundreds of millions and you look for war, and war, you're a war because you erratic. You hate yourself, you shame, and when people know that they on their way out, they try to take as many motherfuckers with them as possible. And so this is the reality of what he's doing. They mad right now because the Chinese, and I'm not with the Chinese, but the Chinese is trying to assume, but he's along with that line of the beast because when that time comes, or the second, his ass leaving too. He going too. Many of their ass gonna perish. You understand what I'm saying? That's when the sun returns to this planet, Africa will reign supreme. Africa will reign supreme. It's gonna purge all the wrongs on this planet. But in the meantime, living a solar divinity, living in the reflection of the cosmos. You understand what I'm saying? When you think in your thoughts, you can make this shit hotter. You understand? With your consciousness, you can make this shit hot. If we pray and we put our thought, make this motherfucker hot. Let's get hot. You know what I'm saying? And put our thought, we can help the solar, the second coming of Christ speed the fuck up. We have that power because just like the sun is pulling on us, we pulling on the sun. Okay, it's got to be a current of, you know, and it got to go back and forth. It can't just be no one goddamn way. Nothing in the universe, nothing in energy moves in one goddamn direction. It's a circumnavigational current that goes in, you know, one give, one get. One give, one get. You understand? And it keeps it good, positive and negative, positive and negative. And so you receive, you receive, then you send. You send and you receive. That's energy. That's the laws of opposites. So as the sun is reflecting on us and producing certain, energy in us, melanin and so on, we are doing the same with the sun. So we can help to make this shit harder by our thoughts and by our walk and our reality. Okay? Let me keep the next coming of the age of Ra, which will cause white people to flee under the earth. This is where the term hell on earth derives from. See, y'all don't understand that. Hell on earth. Hell on earth is global warming, is the second coming of Christ. That's another term. That's about the same reality that's coming. Hell on earth. And that's when it's going to get so hot on this motherfucker that they must go up under the ground or perish. And if they go up under the ground, they're going to mutate into something that goddamn we might as well do away with. Nobody wants that kind of beastliness on the planet, even if it is in the earth. And then the further you go on the earth, it gets hotter because there's a piece of the sun in the center of the earth. You see what I'm saying? And so in the end of this, when they talk about the ring, see, when you talk about the lords of the ring, and they see that goes back to Icarus. That goes back to Icarus. When you talk about the ring, trying to obtain, see, that motherfucker, everybody wanted the ring. What is the ring? See, the ring is around the cross. It's the sun. It's the power of the sun. It's the immortality that comes from being chosen by the sun. But you see what that fucking ring did to all them goddamn Europeans that put it on? It sucked the life out of their ass. It sucked the life out, dying to get in the black man's heaven, but Ra won't let him in. And when we understand our heaven is in the sun, you understand what I'm saying? The ark of Ra. You understand what I'm saying? It's in the sun, dying to get into the white man's heaven, but Ra won't let him in. When you become one with the sun, you can live forever. But how is that? You understand what I'm saying? But how is that? We just went over. You understand how being one with the sun, what it does for you spiritually, through mentally and physically, living in the sun, eating those things which is grown by the sun, getting out here playing your music, not no erratic music, out here playing that uplifting music, getting out here. And as you do that, you grow and grow and grow, and you expand and you become more and more connected to the cosmos. You understand what I'm saying? And so, again, family, we're looking at the fall of man, and it's been shown all throughout the mythology of the Western world, whether it was Icarus, whether it was the fallen angels, whether it was Adam and Eve. It all reflects to the fact that they have been cursed by the sun, and that will be our Christ, our coming Christ is the S-U-N. And that will be the hell on earth. And that's why when you see black is divine for black people. But then when you look at white people, is evil. You go into the devil is black. But when you go in Egypt, all the great gods is black and the devil is white. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't look through the eyes of your oppressor and see your divinity. The true meaning of the fall of man is the second coming of Christ, which is the Christ is the S-U-N, which is Ra, which is the return of the dragon, which for the white man will be hell on earth. Okay? This will be the fall of man, and then it will be the rise of the gods. I want to thank you, family, for coming on out. I want y'all to go over this now. I want you to go over this. I want y'all to go over this. Take your time and go over that. Okay? The cross that Jesus was nailed to, because Jesus is symbolic of the white race. That's what he's symbolic of. Okay, the cross he was nailed to was a solar cross. The cross they put on the vampire is a solar cross. Okay, and so we got to go back to the ancient Egyptian cosmology and understand that day is coming. The age of Ra. The age of Sekhmet. It even talk about Sekhmet coming on this damn planet after men and women had disrespected Ra, and she set fire to this motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? And so, shit, you know, she said blood, you know, and Sekhmet is symbolic of the unrelenting, unmerciful son. You understand what I'm saying? And say she had blood everywhere until the fact that people had to paint themselves red so that gods was having mercy. Say, goddamn, she gonna kill everything on the planet. And they say the gods told the men and women on the planet, paint yourself red so she can look, so it looked like you're already dead. You see what I'm saying? That's the unmerciful son that's gonna come on this planet. So it's been foretold, family. I want you to wake up, quit lying with the oppressor. That ain't gonna do you no good. Quit lying with the oppressor. It ain't gonna do you no good, nigga, because the time is coming. You only fooling yourself and bringing your bloodline to an untimely end. Your family, your children gonna curse you for leading them down this path. You understand? Of an untimely end. You understand what I'm saying? Wake up, that the sun is coming, that the cosmos is coming for you. Become one with the cosmos, help the cosmos out. Put righteous thoughts and divine thoughts of liberation and victory. When you pray, pray for victory. Pray for liberation. Pray for the energy to overcome quit praying for this dumb shit. When you're going to put your thoughts out there, put it out there for victory, the power to overthrow your oppressor and bring righteousness back to the planet. Okay? All right, family. There it is for today. Oh, this shirt right here, y'all go to onk.com. Go to onk.com. I think it's ANUKH. I think it. Let me get it right. That's right. AUNKH.com. I'm gonna show y'all. Put my brother out there because he sure hooked me up. Let me show y'all. Everybody talking about them shirts. Going on there and support the brother. Right there. AUNKH.com. Go on there, got necklaces, got, shirts for the kings. You understand what I'm saying? Got shirts for the kings. Tell him General Seti sent you too. Damn, he got some more shit. I got to call him up. He done gave me damn near everything he got. He done gave me damn near everything he got. Oh man, I like that one. I got to call him up. That's for the G's. Then you got the queens. You got gear for the queen. That's right. Okay. He got necklaces. This was what the brother, when you see me, when I first started wearing them big onks, he was the brother that gave me. I rocked the very first one. So all you niggas out there that got that, well, he was wearing it before me. But goddamn it, I was the first one that wore that big onk. Okay? I was the very first one. So you know you niggas you don't do shit without the general. Okay? So you get all your necklaces. So go on over there, and that's AUNKH.com. Tell him General Seti sent you. All right, family. Appreciate your time. I'll be black with y'all tomorrow, okay? Be black with y'all tomorrow. I appreciate y'all, family. I appreciate y'all for coming on out. All right, I'll see y'all tomorrow on this. But I'm going to be on Syrah later on. Ain't no let up today. Ain't no let up tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I got to be on all day. You know what I'm saying? So check me out. If you can't get it, be on the other one. They all going to be about 45 minutes long. I ain't trying to make them long. I ain't going to have too much fluff in the beginning. I'm going to come on, go straight to the information. So thank you for coming out. This is the General Syrah Seti saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black Pop.